What exactly is human design and what are the gene keys? Put simply, human design is a sneak peek into our actual DNA. It is a modern astrology and a tool that's been around for thousands of years. And now we have an entire system, including human design and the gene keys, to peer into what makes up our core components of who we are, our gifts, our talents, our zones of genius, our core inherent energies that dictate how we navigate and see life. I struggled for a long time to find my place, to find my purpose, and to feel good about who I am, and to celebrate the gifts and the talents that I have inside. And I knew they were there. I just wasn't sure how to access them or how to identify what they are and where they are and what I could actually do with them. It's one thing to know that you have gifts and talents, which we all do, but it's quite another to know how to take those gifts and talents and turn them into part of your prosperity, turn them into value, turn them into things that you can share with other people through a business or through your relationships. And so my life changed and took a huge turn for a different direction 5 years ago when I discovered human design and the gene keys. If you're anything like me, you've spent a lot of time, hours and hours, and probably thousands of dollars at this point, trying to figure out and find out who you really are. And when I say that, I mean at the core, that essence that's inside of you, the gifts and the dreams and the desires, and trying to make sense of all that and trying to find your place in the world. It could be jumping from career to career, jumping from relationship to relationship, dealing with deep self-doubt, self-esteem, confidence issues. I could go on and on. Human design also helps us to find our place in society, within relationships, within business. It helps us to identify what our natural prosperity channels are, how we naturally are meant to make money, how we're naturally meant to do business, how we're naturally meant to partner with other people, how we are naturally meant to interpret our surroundings, to know where the best place for us to live is, to know what our best business model is, to know how we best make decisions, and to know how to trust our intuition and our instincts. These are all some of the superpowers that come alive within you and me when we take some time to step back and really get to know ourselves at a core level. In fact, as deep as the DNA, at the cellular level. You can think of human design and the gene keys tools as also very high level, sophisticated, but easy to interpret when you're able to sit with someone that has studied the gene keys and human design, like myself. I've studied them for over 5 years now, and believe me, there's a lot to learn, and I'm still a student, but I've kind of boiled it down now, and I use this tool with all of my clients and a lot of my sessions and my high-level programs, and also one-to-one. And I found that there's a calm and a moment of truth that people arrive at when they're able to learn about themselves from this perspective, because it's from a perspective that we're not typically used to hearing in terms of what our personalities are and how we're built. It's kind of an inside outwards approach to understanding who we really are. Most of our ideas of self, of who we are, come from our childhood, come from conditioning, come from society, come from our ancestral lineage. They come from society's cosmology of racially, ethnically, gender, these sort of imposed ideas that have been handed to us and placed upon us and projected at us of who we are or who we're supposed to be. And so one of the most powerful things and the biggest aha moments that most people have, in fact, I haven't come across anyone that did not have an aha moment once they learned their human design and their gene keys, is that they realized that those unique things about them that they always thought put them outside of the crowd are actually things that are uniquely, divinely designed for you to be set apart, but to also be able to contribute. Put simply, there is a divine, cosmically orchestrated blueprint in your DNA. There are codes in your DNA that remain dormant until they're activated, until you become aware of them. You aren't able to harness the true power and the wisdom that comes inherently with this coding. And so that's why when we do a human design session or a gene keys reading, we use a lot of the inquiry tools and contemplation to start to identify these patterns and these energies and these codes that are in the DNA. And once they're activated by becoming aware of them, hearing them, and hearing the coding that's in the wording, then we begin to have an internal alchemy process where these codes and these blueprints for our divine mission come alive. It's a catalyzation process where we literally start to illuminate from the inside out. And I'm really excited. For the first time in over a year, I'm opening up my schedule and my calendar to do select human design and gene keys readings for people that are looking to access that true wisdom, that want to learn more about their gifts and their talents and their zones of genius, and also why they're valuable and how to leverage that value to monetize and to bring that wisdom into your relationships, into your business, into your finances. So if you are interested, or if I've piqued your interest, or you know that there's a part of you that is living well below where you're supposed to be living, if you know that there's a whole level for you to embody and to access of your personal power, of your prosperity, of feeling purposeful, of feeling on purpose, of feeling more confident and certain and sure in your decision making, in your path, then I urge you to consider taking advantage of learning about your human design, learning about your gene keys, going on an exploratory journey with me as your guide. And I'm going to put the link in the bio here if you're interested in one of those sessions. I'm doing like I said, for the first time in over a year, and I'm also doing a new introductory price to celebrate the beginning of the astrological new year, which is coming up here in the next week. So click on my link, my appointment calendar is there, and I look forward to seeing you on this beautiful journey home to yourself and into your DNA.